This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore. You know, I don't know how long it's going to take for some people, not you, of course, but some people out there to put the pieces together, to couple these two things. This, in this hand, is me railing on month after month after month, year after year, about the Republican Party being the largest white supremacy organization on the planet. Couple that with all of the evidence of the things that I say. All of the instances of Republicans being racist, saying racist things, outing themselves as fundamentally thinking racist things. Charlie Kirk, the freakish, pumpkin-headed, twitchy weirdo, was on his show maligning affirmative action, and in the process, maligning certain black women, Michelle Obama, Reid, Ketanji Brown Jackson, her name of which he mispronounces, of course. I think there was somebody else in there. Sheila Jackson Lee, maybe? We're going to get to it. And he really outs himself as someone who is thinking just like, and I don't believe it's a coincidence, just like a white supremacist. Saying that the only reason these brilliant ladies that he mentions, brilliant ladies, the only reason they got into college is because they took a white person's spot. Watch this and let's talk about it.
You really have to wonder, in fact, you know, if we would have said 3 weeks ago, Blake, if we would have said that Joy Reid and Michelle Obama and Sheila Jackson Lee and Ketanji Brown Jackson were affirmative action picks, we would have been called the racist. But now they're coming out and they're saying it for us. They're coming out and they're saying, I'm only here because of affirmative action. Yeah, we know. You do not have the brain processing power to otherwise be taken really seriously. You had to go steal a white person's slot to go be taken somewhat seriously. Play cut 52.
But I rise today as a clear recipient of affirmative action, and particularly in higher education. I may have been admitted on affirmative action, both in terms of being a woman and a woman of color, but I can declare that I did not graduate on affirmative action. This is my personal story.
I hear because of action affirmative. She can't even say that. We know it's very obvious to us that you were not smart enough to be able to get in on your own. I couldn't make it on my own, so I needed to take opportunities from someone more deserving. You know, this is how arrogant Joy Reid and Ketanji Brown Jackson and Michelle Obama and Sheila Jackson Lee are. They're so narcissistic, they think this is persuasive. They think we're like, oh, of course, that's why we need affirmative action, because you have impressed us with your brilliance. Of course. Oh no, imagine the world without Joy Reid. Imagine the world without Sheila Jackson Lee or Michelle Obama or Ketanji Brown Jackson. They think this is persuasive. They think as they kind of now reveal that I'm only here because of anti-white, anti-Asian forced discrimination policies. That turned me into a bitter, resentful activist that hates white people, honestly, through our policies.
Imagine the world without Clarence Thomas. Chucky, who was entered into college because of affirmative action. No one, not even Sheila Jackson Lee in the clip he played, said she's only here because of affirmative action. She said she was a recipient. She was benefited from it. But this is an aside point that I wasn't going to bring up, but this really lays bare the black and white thinking, no pun intended, from race, the all or nothing thinking of Republicans, that she's only here because of this, when she just said, I benefited. It was one of probably many, many aspects of her life that got her where she is. Just like me, just like you, just like me. I'm only here because of a series an endless series of lucky things. Luck. We need to talk about luck and stop talking about the meritocracy that doesn't exist in the United States. But it's very telling when he says that they had to steal a white person's spot, which indicates that every college position is a white person. It's theirs. And if it gets taken by someone of color, then it was stolen from the white person because it's owed to a white person. By the way, Charlie Kirk never graduated college, dropped out, failed out of community college. Also, I want to mention, very, very telling, the person he's talking to, the person he's referring to, Blake, is Blake Neff, who was unceremoniously fired. He was like a chief speechwriter or chief scriptwriter for Tucker Carlson, and his anonymous online persona was outed, and he was exposed as a virulent, hateful, misogynist, racist, white supremacist. So this is who, of course, Charlie Kirk, the white supremacist, the racist trash, of course he's going to hire the disgraced white supremacist Blake Neff. I hate to break it to you, little Chucky. Every college position is not a white person's. And to offer positions to underrepresented individuals who are very qualified isn't a bad thing. Because someone was admitted doesn't mean that they were just like walking the streets before and have no education and no cognitive ability. For you to act like Ketanji Brown Jackson is an idiot shows what an idiot you are. To the Ivy League educated Michelle Obama, who is brilliant, you are declaring from on high, from your white throne, that she stole a white person's spot is, again, maybe you needed to be bullied more, or maybe you just needed to be bullied less. Maybe that's it. Maybe we need to have a little compassion for the Charlie Kirk, who looks the way he does and walks through the world being who he is. He probably feels terrible about himself. But it doesn't excuse hate. It doesn't excuse this reprehensible language. It doesn't excuse you hiring virulent, racist white supremacists and just being racist on a daily basis. How am I wrong? I'd love to know. You can call, leave me a brief voicemail. Get at me, trolls. Get at me, Blake Neff, Charlie Kirk fanboys. I'd love to hear from you. 714-576-4054. Of course, you can email me daily at dollemore.com. If you want to help support my work, you want to help produce what I do here, help support the channel, click the join button below, click the super thanks button below, or go over to patreon.com/IDoubtIt podcast. Those are great ways to help support what we're doing here, help grow the channel, fundamentally transform what we're doing here. Follow me on social media. I'm at Dollemore all the way across the board, just about everywhere. And I'll see you next time. Have a great weekend. Be genuine. Take care of one another.